Howdy, my name is Haley Lee, and today I'm going to be discussing the conflict between FC Barcelona and La Liga. So, FC Barcelona is located in Catalunya, which is northeast region. However, they don't identify with the rest of Spain. They have their own language, they have their own culture, and they want to be independent from Spain. However, since 1939, after the Civil War was over, Catalunya has not felt independent from Spain. They were silenced by Francisco Franco. They cannot speak their language. They couldn't express their own nationalism. But one way they could was at the FC Barcelona games. FC became a symbol of the Catalina movement. Even after Francisco Franco's death, they still felt like they couldn't be independent. They also paid more in taxes than they received back. Catalina declared an independent referendum which was deemed illegal by the Spanish government. The issue was that Catalunya became independent from La Liga, which is the top Spanish division in soccer. The president of La Liga has stated that Barcelona will not be allowed to compete. Now, identifying the underlying issues of the conflict before we can come to any type of resolution. So, Barcelona needs La Liga. That's the bottom line. Without it, they would be forced to try and play in other top divisions across the world, such as Eastern European leagues. However, that's pretty uncommon, or they would have to play against other teams in Catalunya or other regions where simply Barcelona is just too skilled for. They're skilled for. There's really no point in them playing in those divisions. La Liga needs Barcelona from an economic standpoint. The match between Spain's Real Madrid and Catalunya's Barcelona is called El Clasico. It's the most viewed football match in the world, so it's a huge source of revenue for La Liga. On top of that, it's crucial to the league as a whole, given that these two teams, Real Madrid and FC Barcelona, are the top two teams in the world. Not just in the country. This match serves as a symbol of the political conflict, as Barcelona represents the liberal left wing and Catalunya and Real Madrid represent the right conservatives. Spain. So this conflict is being shown as Catalunya versus Spain rather than La Liga versus Barcelona, and keeping the politicals separate from each other. So the resolution of Barcelona and La Liga must separate themselves from the political spectrum and make this issue solely about the sport and not about Catalunya versus Spain. If politics and the sport are not separated, then we can't have an honest conversation about the future of the two entities. In relations to the sport outside of politics, so conservatives techniques that need to take place for some sort of resolution of the two sides must be honest about how the underlying issues of politics play a role in the sports-related conflict. The two must be open and trustworthy while clearly communicating how they want La Liga and Barcelona to grow together to help the sport as a whole. The best form of negotiation to come to some sort of resolution will be integrated bargaining, which is the type of bargaining that will result in the two sides getting a win-win scenario, as opposed to one side winning more than the other. So this will be the most efficient and the most beneficial to both sides. However, some barriers need to be broken down and addressed before the negotiation can take place. The largest barriers include 2. Using the sport as a mask of their own issues with each other, which is politics, as well as neither side being willing to compromise. At the moment, it's either Barcelona is or isn't with La Liga, and at this moment, they will not be with La Liga. If independence is sought, the two sides must set their egos aside, along with their political views, and strictly focusing on their relationship in regards to the sport, and focus on the future of Barcelona as a part of La Liga, and further develop the great match that is El Clasico. Thank you for listening.